Right, so today's video might come as a little bit of a shock to you, but we're not talking about the jewelry shop drama. Honestly, when I posted my first video on that topic, I did not think it was going to become a series. I thought it was going to be a one and done. There's probably going to be another episode very shortly because more stuff has came out again, but today we're having a break and we're going back to the wedding drama. I was actually going to talk about this a few days ago because as I was scrolling down my For You page, it was basically all I was seeing, but I was pretty invested in the jewelry stuff, I can't lie. But yeah, the situation we're talking about today all came from this TikTok account called Regan the Artist. I think it's Regan, I'm sorry if I'm wrong. And as you can tell by name, she's an artist, and more specifically, if we look at her bio, she is a live wedding painter, meaning she will stand at the back of ceremonies and paint them as they're happening. Now, recently one of Regan's videos went extremely viral. It's currently on 11.3 million views, and the comments are pretty negative. So here's the video right here. It's got copyrighted music in the background, so that's why I'm muting it, but it says, this wedding guest wanted to make sure she was featured in the crowd, can you spot her? And then she shows the painting here that she did at this wedding, and there's someone in a red dress, which is the woman in the video. Now, like I said, this video has received a lot of backlash, and it's more specifically people just saying that this isn't a good painting. People are just insulting it. I mean, we've got a comment here saying, I swear if this painting costs more than $50 and it's got 77,000 likes. Girl, please tell me that was free, cause damn, 56,000 likes. I feel better about my own painting skills after seeing this, 17,000 likes. Like, people are being pretty damn harsh, it's gotta be said. I mean, we've even got comments here talking about, like, other artists that do different wedding paintings, and, like, this one, for example, it says, KVT Fine Art, sorry, I probably pronounced that wrong, is a real wedding painter, and her paintings are amazing. Now, the reason I pointed that one out is because we are gonna talk about that specifically in just a second. Now, if people weren't already being harsh about this painting, they were about to be even more harsh when they found out the price.
Hi, this painting cost a lot more than $50. This is a 20-inch by 24-inch canvas that I painted at a wedding. So I painted while wedding guests watched me, and I did it very quickly during the wedding. I charged $950 to paint on a painting this size, which factors in the entertainment, my time, the materials, and yes, my skill level. That does not include travel fees, and that is my cheapest option. The average cost for a live wedding painting in America is about $1,500. I've seen some that say $1,500, some that say $2,000, so we'll say $1,500. So I am a beginner, and my pricing starts lower than the average price.
Okay, so a few things to take from that. Obviously, she said this painting is $950, which you can already imagine from the last comment, people aren't exactly going to be too pleased about. She then goes on to say that the average price for something like this is $1,500 to $2,000, so at the bare minimum, apparently her painting is like $500 less than the average. And she does also say that she charges less because she is a beginner. Now, she isn't just someone who like picked up a painting brush and decided to paint like professionally. She did go to art school, which she mentions in another video, but I guess this being her profession, she's a beginner. Now, actually, as I scroll down, the comments are turned off. I don't believe they were turned off before, but I mean, a lot of people have made follow-up videos like reacting to this, so we can see what people's opinions are. I mean, you can probably guess by the fact that the comments are turned off. But before we get any further with the video, I do just want to tell you about today's sponsor, Aura. Now, it's not exactly a secret just how annoying spam calls can be. Like, if I get one more call from someone claiming to be my phone provider, but I've never been with a phone provider before, I'm gonna lose my mind. And the reason why this even happens in the first place is even more annoying because these big companies can't just keep our data safe. In fact, AT&T recently revealed that nearly all of their customers' calls and text records had been exposed in a massive data breach. And it hasn't even been a few months since they admitted to over 70 million of their users' social security numbers ended up on the dark web. And even worse than that, the stolen logs even included the numbers that these AT&T numbers had called and text before, so I don't even know how many people were affected by this. But fortunately, there is a way to protect yourself here, and that's where Aura comes into it. Because Aura will actually alert you if any of your sensitive information has been compromised, and will also send out fraud alerts if someone used that data to access like your credit account or your bank account. And that's without mentioning the other features that Aura has, like a VPN, an antivirus, a password manager, and many more, all for an affordable price. And even on top of that, you can get an AI-powered call assistant that will pick up unknown calls on your behalf to screen them for spam or scams. And it's not just your calls, it'll even do it with your text messages, so it'll filter out any spam numbers, and it'll even scan any links that are sent to you for phishing attempts. So if you want to protect yourself or family family members from potential data breaches, you can go to www.aura.com/markie or click the link in the description and have your first 2 weeks for free. And yeah, I just want to give a big thank you to Aura for sponsoring today's video, and without further ado, let's get back into it.
My thing is that she even admitted in the video that she is like a novice, like she's just getting started with this. She's just learning how to do it, which is great. That's fine. But in my opinion, almost $1,000 and she's citing that the money is that high because it's partially entertainment, partially she has to sit there and perform in front of a large crowd of people and paint a painting in a short amount of time, and that there's a lot of details, and I think she said it's a 20 to 24 inch painting, so she said it's just a lot of work, and then she also has to pay for the supplies. I understand the supplies, I understand the entertainment aspect, there's going to be a surcharge for the novelty of it, but this work is not worth, in my opinion, if you were going to charge $1,000, you could have tidied it up a little bit, refined more details. In my opinion, this isn't $1,000 worth of effort.
Okay, so obviously you can see people are voicing their opinions, and this isn't the only video by any means talking about this. There are a lot of other videos talking about stuff like this. Obviously the whole novice thing, again, she says that she did go to art school, like she has been painting for a long time. This is her profession, she is a beginner. Now I am going to get to my opinions on this situation very shortly. I'm just going to show you another video of someone else talking about this first.
So because the cost of what a couple absolutely needs to have for their wedding is so high, there's often not a lot of room in the budget for the things that they just want. Meaning that if a couple has included a wedding painter in their budget, it's probably a very, very important part of their day. A wedding is ideally a once-in-a-lifetime event, meaning if a wedding painting is very important to you, you only have the one shot at it. And if I shelled out a ton of money for a wedding painter and got something of this quality, I would be devastated.
Okay, now obviously people are allowed to voice their opinions on whatever they want to voice their opinions about, right? But I feel like I want to stick up for Reagan a little bit here, because there is certain context to the situation, very similar to like the whole like sepia photographer situation we spoke about not long ago, that I feel like is pretty important. The first thing, and probably the most important thing in this situation, the person who has hired Reagan to paint at their wedding knows her style. I mean, if you go to Reagan's website and you see her other work, it's all the exact same. It's all the exact same style. So someone has clearly seen this style, seen the price, and thought, yes, I'm going to pay for that. I want that at my wedding. If you came across this style while you were looking for someone to paint at your wedding and went, I don't want that, then obviously that would be completely fine. You'd be more than entitled to do that. Also, if you remember earlier in the comment section of Reagan's video, people are bringing up like other artists like KVT Fine Art. Wait, did I have trouble reading that earlier? I feel like I butchered that somehow, and it's literally just Fine Art. How did I manage that? KVT Fine Art? Sorry, I probably pronounced that wrong. But either way, people mention this other page where they show their wedding paintings, and yeah, they are beautiful. Okay, so here we can see one that she's doing right here. Doesn't have the people on there yet, but it's clearly very, very impressive, and this is her painting it. Let's actually go to the finished product. I mean, yeah, that is extremely impressive. There's no doubt about it. And you've got people in the comments saying stuff like, now this is worth $950 for sure. See, now this is a wedding painting worth $950, lol. And I'm reading these comments and I'm thinking, oh, the painter's probably pretty offended at that because they sell them for way more. I mean, as you can see, they have different pricing. Like this one is $4,000, this is $4,500, this is $4,850, and this last one, diamond, is $5,750. So yeah, the paintings are a lot more detailed. They are probably better in most people's opinions, but they also are worth more. Like, so you would expect that. And look, I'm not saying that you can't get better for $950 than what Reagan made, but again, someone who's having this wedding went and found Reagan's work, liked it, and paid for it. Again, it's very similar to that whole like sepia photographer stuff where she complained about the style, but like she paid for the style. And in this case, the clients, the people who got married, aren't even complaining about it. I haven't seen any complaints from them. So yeah, I feel like you need to be a bit more fair to it. If you have your opinions that it's not very good, then that's fine. But I think maybe just like going to a page and insulting her and saying she's shit at a job is probably just a bit too far. Now, to be fair here, it's not everyone who was just literally giving her hate and saying she's shit at a job, right? There's also people like Alistair in Wonderland here who made a video like just giving honest criticism and also being like complimentary.
I think that this is a great start to the acrylic journey. This is obviously a very beginner artist, and I think that that's awesome that this is something that she wants to pursue. So I just wanted to give some pointers if she wants to pursue this any further than she already has on, and like what specifically she should look for. I think something that would be really helpful to learn is shading and blending. A lot of the work that I've seen on her page, it's just kind of white for highlights, black for shadows.
Okay, then she goes on for the rest of this video, which is 5.5 minutes long, giving criticism and advice, you know, in painting, and I feel like this is a much better way to go around it. And to be fair, even the videos we watched earlier where people were saying they would be disappointed if they got this painting, that's not even the worst of it. That's just people voicing their opinions, but I think it's the comment sections that are pretty fucking harsh. There's some bad ones on there. And I just felt a bit bad for her, to be honest, right? She just put art online and people went mental on it. And yeah, I guess if you're posting it online, you probably are going to get some criticism, but it's been a lot. I mean, the video's on 11 million views. There's a lot of comments. But either way, I would love to know your opinions in the comment section down below. You might completely disagree with me, and that is completely fine. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. And until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, goodbye.